Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I knew that other bonsai felt heavy. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Alright. Let's do the next 7 days. I couldn't find like one the other day and I ended up with 5, which is great. No complaints there. Okay. Alright, let me get you situated. That seems to maybe be a little better. Okay. Alright. It'd be nice if this was a little shorter. Let's see. And that's kind of, yeah, that seems a little better. That seems a little better. I'm pretty sure that could work. Okay. 10 of Swords is right there. Alright, next 7 days. 7 days, is that what it is? It is Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. Let's see. Alright. I did restart the video that did say something about losing connection. So, well, how many minutes are we in now? 6. Okay. Let's do this. I almost heard next 6 days, but I did next 7 to the 15th. So, we shall see. Let's see. Next 7 days. 4 wands. I increase this. Two of Wands, Queen of Cups. It could be travel. You could be moving into a new place. You can be thinking about your future. You could be having dreams of your future. This is very... It's a solid scenario. I will say some of you are on your way to possibly more stability, learning something, education. This could be let's get one more. Okay. It's almost like pushing through fear in this. This could... Okay, for the ones who practice spiritual work or do stuff on YouTube, mediumship, psychic abilities, all the C's. That's me. Someone here is very clairvoyant. Almost like you're offering yourself. Feels like an offer. Again, definitely speaks about going in a new direction. You could just be scared shitless. Or you're becoming very tempting. You're very tempted to go towards a situation, or somebody's tempted to come your way. If you ask me, this is probably, I'm hearing like inner beast. You are headed in a new direction. Again, some of you guys could be moving. You know, there's definitely some shitty energies out there. I think this is also saying like I almost said my high priestesses, but my spirituals would know like certain stuff in the news, not so much reliable. You're not worried about this stuff. You're not worried about what you saying? So you're not worried about that glare for you. It's almost like I want to go another row. Like this is just crazy. There's just so many cards and energy here already. Good morning, Heather. Tell me about the firearms. King of Wands. You might be visiting somebody. This could have to do with work. This definitely looks more personal. I was getting the 9 of Wands, but it's the King of Wands. And ironically, hi Cassie, ironically enough, the King of Wands can sometimes be non-committal. You could be dealing with, a strong fire sign. I'm just hearing lay them out, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to connect with this energy, and it's very... You could end up... You're definitely going in a new direction. It's like being torn, like been here, done that. You got the moon with the high priestess, so it's something it's almost like you don't see coming. Again, this could be intuition. You could be moving, looking at places. It's almost like I said, like having that mediumship or being clairvoyant, psychic. I wouldn't say it's off. I'm gonna say your antenna is going in a lot of different directions. I can easily say to you, like, okay, you got this person coming in, yada yada. You're unsure. I don't know if they're even sure. Could have a lot of Pisces in your chart. There is confusion around the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a spiritual being with an opened third eye. You got the Emperor under the Two of Wands, like wanting to take charge. 10 of Cups. It could be like a family situation. There's definitely probably a family situation that has shifted. I don't even like men that are like all like but he looks nice. Not so much the face. So maybe it almost looks like an elf. I don't know, not my type. I think that's a message for you. Somebody might not be your type, but they are your type, or you're questioning if this is okay. This is an energy y'all want to stay in for too long. If it's, me, I hope the same thing. I would never want to stay. This is very, it's lifting, but this is attached to like strong galactic energy too. I swear some of it, it's on Neptune. What's that song? What you say? Now that I'm something. What you say? What you say? Oh, it's like I can hear it, but I can't make it out. Okay, now we have a court couple. Ace of Wands. So this is seduction, excitement, adventure. Somebody could think, look at the rose falling apart in a way. Like, it's almost like she has no emotion into this Ace of Wands. She almost knows it's like a new adventure, but you're here, she doesn't know where they're going. It's almost like morphing into something. All I see is like the astronauts and then like a space guy over here. And they could be keeping a secret from us. No shock there though, if that's the case, right? I want one more for the Devil. My deck is getting a little choppy there. The Chariot. Some of you are definitely moving. Some of you, this is just at the same time you're moving forward from a past situation, and your past could be yesterday, guys. There's definitely some type of commitment. Somebody sees you as the wife or a strong business owner going in a new direction, moving away from temptation. Like you're not easily tempted as you used to be. Maybe the excitement is gone. You do have three different men here, and these are the men that have been coming into the reads for the last couple weeks too. the Strength card. Nine of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles. Whatever it is, it's slow. It's having strength to move forward. But then you got the damn Ten of Swords here. It's almost like I'm hearing ripping somebody a new asshole. I don't know what. Six of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. We got the Fool. So there's no balance, even though this talks about reciprocity in a way, and even give and take, energy reciprocated. I mean, again, definitely a new beginning here with the Fool. I'm not saying you're going towards the Ten of Swords, but you are thinking almost like this can be a disaster. But yeah, no, I don't. Tell me about this Ten of Swords. I think you're already Four of Pentacles, holding. So you could be holding on or holding back. I don't know if it's like some type of grudge. Then you got the Knight of Wands, Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. So again, still being up in the air with a certain situation. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna need you a little higher. Give me a higher love, baby. Okay, Cricket, I hear you. Fucking A, I hear you. Okay? Take a nap. Won't you up all night? Okay. Tend to training. Go back to bed. You think as your reader I'd be going crazy right now with all this energy, but the fact of it's almost like, good morning everybody, it's almost like been there, done that, you can deal with this. But it's also a heads up. This is also, I really like this energy. I don't think you're going to be torn. But there's also something here with temptation where it feels like there's a need for you to fall back, is what I'm hearing. Fall back. There's a need to, okay. Because it's almost like scary and exciting. I do gotta put a sweater on. I don't think I'd be God, that fucking cricket. There's always that one fucking cricket. But my fishes are so excited with the tanks being cleaned. Tell you that. The filters, I should say. They get so excited for it. Okay, so that's telling me again, Pisces, Neptune. I'm hearing fishery, a fishery. Let me just kind of go through each. Okay, I got so distracted there, I almost like said to myself, like, okay, here's the reading, and literally was going for the other deck of my cards that I started to create. So I was going to ask you guys which obviously I'm not doing for like, this one is just going to be certain sayings, and there is a couple in here that I've written on already, and I did find it strange. Alakazoo, Alakazam. It's like Disney. It's just like I think one of them is. See how these are all blank? I think this is a message in the sense of possibly clean slate. I am just trying to find the ones that I already wrote. There's one, abracadabra, abracadabra. But I was getting more of like abracadabra. I had a couple of them. That one I was actually gonna something. I'm getting Cinderella. Alakazam, Alakazum. Is that when they put it in the dress? But I was getting a lot of other things that I knew I wanted to put on the cards, and it wasn't like all Disney, but I was just singing like abracadabra, which is a song. Oh, that's a good idea for somebody too, if you wanted to do cards in regards to songs. And that's not even like, I don't even know that song. I gotta run pee. Let me figure this out. There is a big message here. It's almost like whoever's watching, looking at the cards, could help you with something. I wouldn't say it's a mystery read, but I'll be right back. Sorry for the break. And I'm hearing again, like the abracadabra. But see, here's the thing. I'm not going to mess with my cards. It's not up. Things are up for interpretation with certain stuff. But when mine are just going to be this particular deck. I did start creating my other deck that I've been saying I was going to do for the last 6 years. That's going to take some time. Baby, we can do it. We can do it all night. But when I think I wrote Abracadabra, it was more. It was more. I think for me, like magic or a trick. But sometimes it's like a cool trick. This could be something with in prophecies. This could be something with your spiritual work, your insight. It almost reminds me of the reading I did yesterday, where my dad was pretty bent out of shape. Like I would write like crashing or something landing there, because I brought it up to him. I said, if they're coming in through like the California sign, you're not just going to miss Florida and go up this way to the East Coast. So that part threw me off. But he said, when he was in the Navy or certain stuff, like people like that would be like ostracized, one of the words, and I said, well, do you look at Notre Dame like that? Well, that's different. Well, not really, right? So there's a message for somebody that must have needed it. And there is all sorts of stuff here. Like I'm hearing peaking, like things want to peak, or you're at a peak. You might be thinking you need to hold back on this Knight of Wands, because it's like adventurous, but you still have the Ten of Swords that wants to linger, and that's definitely not cool. It could just be destroying a thought process. And it's like, all right, it's time to go. Like even the Knight is going towards the Fool. Sorry, I'm focused over here. Where is like the Knight? And it's definitely something with the depiction, so make sure you're looking at the depiction of these cards. Art studio. I mean, I do feel like you guys are creating here. Possibly getting rid of old beliefs, or no, well, yes, for some, getting rid of old beliefs. Others, this is, I'm hearing a piece of the puzzle, a piece of, like your art. I just said something with art. You guys must be very artsy right now. Creative. I'd say creative. If you're a good drawer, you might, or a painter, you might be. Guys, the way you're being interpreted here is, I don't know. But I just was saying the whole thing, like, up for interpretation. But then I said, I don't want my cards to be up for interpretation. Everything's really always up for interpretation. Dear Lord. This is how someone's looking at your character. You as like a character. Like, who would play this part in the movie best? You've seen this one do that, this one do that, this one do that. But this is definitely something more realistic. Abracadabra. The sex in the air, I don't care, I love the smell. We don't stick to the stones, maybe. There's definitely temptation here, or again, the way somebody is almost judging you or categorizing you. I hope this is like a galactic thing and not Matrix. Let's not open the curtains. It's too dark. That fucking cricket is gonna drive me ape shit. Ah! Really fast, that is just gonna go down. It's going down. What time is that? I blew the fuse yesterday, so I gotta turn all my plants on again real quick. 7:04. See, I'm setting timers on my stuff. I don't. Okay. One last one. Alright. I was getting up to get something on my water. Abracadabra. Something fantasy. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker. Don't you mess around with me. Someone could think you're a heartbreaker, you're not serious. Again, this is how this is. Sex in the air, I don't care, I love the smell. So amazing. And it comes with the changes. Could be something here with stickers. You could be becoming more disciplined in a certain situation. I don't know what, I was just going to say, I don't know what cards will activate. these cards. Okay, so there's an activation here. But you also have, this is also the way you're being interpreted by people. It's, I don't, ostracized. Again, I believe that's the word. Like being cast out. The meaning of ostracized. Yeah, like to shun, intentionally exclude, or banish that individual from a group, society, friendship, causing feeling of isolation. So I don't know if somebody like, damn, like what the fuck is this? You're a heartbreaker. This is definitely somebody else's fear in regards to you as well. And I definitely see, this feels more like my spiritualist is being like, objectified. So somebody's not even seeing you for who you are. You know, and again, it's like the way he said it, because the way I had it written down, the reading. And I just happened to like print it out because I was going to start printing my notes as well, so I have extra copies. And then he's like, oh, bridges, the collapse. I had no idea. This just goes to show, guys, I don't watch the news 24/7. Here and there when I'm doing dishes or cooking supper. So I had no idea that I promised, like, swear on my kids, strike them dead. I'm not lying to you. Like, I had no idea about Trump talking about bridges and this type of shit. Oh, I think I must have wrote this, like, location of crashed rocket. But it could be, like, a different piece of the rocket, guys. It doesn't have to be, like, the everything. Like, again, I just pray they get home safely, and I'm hoping it is just my fear of watching the other one in school and watching it blow up, you know? But I'm telling you, there's something off. And I know I said, like, they don't come back the same. I don't know if they were taking pictures of what they saw. Are they going to speak about what they saw? I don't think they will, to be quite honest with you, when it comes to galactic energies, because I didn't even realize this deck had a lot of galactic energies in it. Especially, I mean, this reminds me straight up of, like, the astronauts, you know. And then underneath you got the King of Wands, as if like it was a different creature, because here you go from the Emperor that looks human, but the King of Cups does not. So there's definitely something here. I'm definitely not over here trying to put this into this reading, but that one particular part, he's like, oh, like, if we have people, you know, people like you were saying stuff like this, and I've been telling you guys, like, having the ability to be a prophet is pretty scary for me, and I always knew I kind of had that ability, and it's shown plenty throughout the years. I believe all my predictions, all my messages, I'm just a messenger, have been dead on accurate, some the next day, some a year later, etc., etc. But look at it like Notre Dame or, somebody else that's infamous, and you could say maybe a lot of people ostracized him back in the day, but it doesn't feel like he's like ostracized anymore. He's looked at as a great prophet. But from my experience in this modern day, I'd be looked at like as a fool, or people would want to like ostracize, like no, so I don't know what type of challenge this is for you, or it's, you're definitely being challenged. But when it also comes to your personal life, this is definitely the way somebody is characterizing you. I think it's a really good thing. Somebody else, maybe not so much. Maybe it's scary to them. I can even look at the chariot as a spaceship, but it actually looks like a comet. Whatever direction you plan on going when it comes to your spirituality, go for it. Stay strong. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say. It might even be somebody close to you has to say something, and it's just like, I keep hearing up for interpretation. But then when I was talking about that with my cards, like my cards aren't really up for interpretation. Like these ones, yes, but the ones I'm creating with Alakazam, Alakaboom. Yeah, see, isn't that Disney? It's like phrases like that, like Mississippi, Missippi. It's not up for interpretation. It's more, this is my card I created. I know what it means and how I'm gonna read it. You guys want to, leave them up for interpretation for you. You can do that too, if like in the sense of if you know what I'm saying and you can make it make sense for you and your situation. But the way I would read it, I'm hearing would be very calculated. So you might be taking a calculated risk here. I mean, I think it's great. Let me see. It's still very hidden, but I do want to see how somebody else is portraying this. I just got pulled to my moon phases. Probably has a lot to do with April. We have 2 full moons in April too, right? We have one on the 1st. I think our next one is on the 31st. something is masked. Masked. What do you want us to know with this energy? Well, yeah, anything else you want to add to this reading? And I was just saying to you guys too recently, I believe, I was like, I gotta do like a spiritual read soon. And we're getting there, clearly. And the whole, galactic cat. I'm just hearing ostracized again. And I was thinking about these last night. I was trying to find my alien deck that's not in here. Shockingly. I know. I don't. Where would I have put those? Again, be careful with your opinions for the next couple weeks, guys. Taking in other people's opinions. Anything you want to tell us about this energy, please? What are you working with? You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. There's that Cancerian energy that I saw. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. What else can you tell us about this read? The void. Stop. Embrace. Great cosmic wound. Inner earth. You survived this. New solutions and beginnings. Activates earth. Power places. Lee lines. Trust where you're led. I will, like I said, it's almost like going in the direction to be who you want to be. Anything with this deck? Any messages in regards? Well, I want to know in regards to this Fool energy. Transformation day. The yin yang. yin yang, major life changes, switching sides, changing your viewpoints, defense, enlightenment, protection, divination, spiritual wisdom, protection, self-defense, seeking ancient wisdom, vision questing, developing inner strength. You're trying to balance the forces here, bringing about change, the wisdom of the wisdom of the ancients, physical death and spiritual rebirth, tree of life, is transcending the physical plane, enlightened creativity, connection to past lives, communication, ancestors, spiritual strength. As different as day and night, drawing a new card, the caterpillar becomes the butterfly, opposing sides and balance, self-transformation, growth, choosing one's viewpoint, switching sides, major life choices. So, I mean, this is powerful energy. There is absolutely something here trying to propel you. And again, I need to talk about the next wave. I'm glad that has come back around again. Very intuitive energy. Tell me about the moon. What do we need to know about the moon? Golden Solar Dragon helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed by light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. Earth and Fire Dragon works as you clear the fifth dimensional key lines. It's time for service. When you give, you receive. So I do feel like not pressure, but there is something here that out of nowhere is going to come to you. It's almost like the cards. My cards, when I said, you know, make your cards all about songs, or write down on Post-it notes, or, you know, a piece of regular paper and cut it up and write certain songs down, or numbers or symbols. Pull from it every day. And what is your focus? Is it a color? Is it this? What does that color represent? What does it mean to you? It could just be like a daily scenario or situation for you, because this energy is moving, and it is going to come in pretty fucking strong. But you're able to do it. Do not hold back. Punisher, punish me. Again, this could just be people, whenever you start something new, you know, there's anxiety, there's there's doubt. I just heard fate. So something here is fated. And it's going to be an experience, you know, like say you're in the public eye. This is people who want to make you feel small or little, or question your own abilities. So it's people might even come at you quick, and so this is a heads up. So I guess this is my spiritual reading I was trying to get at, because the more they come at you or they say something, like they want to make you nervous or give you anxiety or tell you you're going to fail. Again, you know, like how my dad was telling me, like, you'd be ostracized or this and that. And, you know, I said, if, you know, Notre Dame was alive, would you be ostracizing him now? You know, it's the same shit, but it's okay for Notre Dame, but not for somebody else to come in and take his place. That, you get what I'm saying? Like, this generation's like, oh, no, like, like, no, you can't do that, you can't. And you know, and it's, I'm not saying you're him and you got to do it his way. I'm just saying in general, we have the ability, we all have the ability to be like him, you know. It's how tuned in are you? I mean, he obviously has above and beyond with knowledge and insight with whatever he was, you know, given on this earth to do and being led to, and he saw it through. A big star. You want to be a rock star. Sex in the air, I don't care what it's not. This is careful here, because this is like spiritual strength. Like I said, with the strength, with the devil being here, but it's almost like I said, it's you, but it's being fierce. And I am kind of getting like, you can't fuck with me if you wanted to, but not exactly like that. It is like that, but not like, but this isn't like, okay, I'm going to show everybody, like, no, that's not the energy that's on the board. This is a gift that we all come to earth with. It's just a matter of, you know, XYZ. You know, Marsha will sometimes be like, oh, she's weird. And I'm like, well, what do you mean by weird? You know, because you say it to me too, weird. And how, you know, to me, you outsiders, the Matrix is weird. I'm not weird. I'm real. And people don't like to hear stuff like that, because it's almost like ostracizing a whole different category, a group of people. Yeah. So again, that was meant to come into this read, and you might, it looks like some of you are going to move forward with a spiritual gift idea, and there's no stopping you. But this almost feels like a new idea, like it's refreshing. It's not even an old one, but it is, you know, with Mercury, this and that. Usually always my cards come into play. What did I just say? Before my cards come into play. I couldn't even remember why I picked up my phone. I was too busy being distracted down here. Tammy, thank you for that. You guys are so good like that. Yeah. Because this, but not exactly like that. It is like that, but not like, but this isn't like, okay, I'm going to show everybody, like, no, that's not the energy that's on the board. This is a gift that we all come to earth with. It's just a matter of, you know, XYZ. You know, Marsha will sometimes be like, oh, she's weird. And I'm like, well, what do you mean by you know, because you say it to me too, weird. And how, you know, to me, you outsiders, the Matrix is weird. I'm not weird. I'm real. And people don't like to hear stuff like that because it's almost like ostracizing a whole different category, a group of people. Yeah, so again, that was meant to come into this read, and you might, it looks like some of you are going to move forward with a spiritual gift idea, and there's no stopping you. This almost feels like a new idea, like it's refreshing. It's not even an old one, but it is, you know, with Mercury, this and that. Usually always my cards come into play. So again, creating my own deck. And right now I'm just doing a deck of, you know, certain sayings and certain stuff. The other deck that I started, I'm here in Clock Tower. I believe I know what that is for me. But again, it's like creating a deck. The other one that I want you guys is like opinion on, or back and forth, and we can write on the cards. I want it to be fixed. Like, this is what it means to you. There's no way around it. I want fixed energy. It's not saying we're stubborn. It's just when you have fixed energy, there's less reference like you can't make it something that it's not. Like abracadabra. Again, I got pulled to the song, but that's not what it was. Abracadabra, I'm seeing like a magician pulling something out of the hat, and everybody's like in awe and you know, and some of it could be like, all right, well, you're fooling like the little kids here, but you know, they're having fun with it. There's no ill intention. Like, that's, to me, how I want those particular cards. So, new solutions, new beginnings. You survive this, which means you're probably going to be called like certain names, or you think you're good at this, but you're not. Like, there's other energies, and I want to say the more, which is actually making me nervous because it's more, goosebumps, because it's not really the public eye in the Matrix. This is more galactic war. Like, you got to be strong here, spiritually, galactically, in tuned. I'm talking, you might have nightmares. People might pop in and tell you, like, that doesn't make sense, or whatever you do. And I've been telling people this in my family and for the rest of April. This is big. Like, it's going to be screwy. People coming back. This is going to come up, old habits. But like every day for 5 days, all I wanted to do was fucking wake up and have a cigarette. Like, shit like that. You know, and even with, you know, my ex-husband, when my cousin passed away, I didn't think to have the kids tell their dad. But I said, you know, Dad would want to know. You know, Dad would be sad. Dad's known him since, you know, he was a baby. So, and I don't I don't think of shit like that. Like, that doesn't come to my head. Like, he never comes to my head in the sense of, oh, I gotta tell that. Like, I was over that years ago when, you know, we all know the deal. But, yeah. And then I saw, I was hanging out with Ace, and he was talking to his kid's mother, and they were laughing. And I was like, oh, look that's normal. It's like you and Sean, talking about your kids, working together, teamwork. I didn't have that. My kids didn't have that. And to me, that's sad, because I would have wanted that 100%. And his, teeny bopper fucking girlfriend at the time was not having it. And it ruined our parenting abilities. It's pretty fucking sad how shit goes down, guys. But I'm just giving you references of things that are coming back to me, bad habits, or for the smoking, or it would have been nice if it went down like this, like it's fucking normal. You're supposed to parent together. Not everybody has that. You can't force it. And, honestly, we all know she must have sucked a really good fucking dick. Got him to fucking stay around. But he lost his children and me in the meantime. And I know he's probably mad, but I guarantee, I know she's fucking watching. I ain't stupid. I don't give a fuck anymore. Honestly. And it's not one of those situations where, like, I'm devastated. It's just the energy comes in. How did I end up with two of these? The energy comes in, and, it's bittersweet. And then this could be your own personal life, your own sex life, your own whatever's going on besides all the other stuff. But you can't change what's already happened. Like, people can try to make it right, but that, again, some people, in my experiences, still haven't even attempted to make anything right. And it's not even needed, because the kids and I already experienced it. You don't get a redo. Time has passed for that redo energy, right? So there is just other energies out there that are going to try to take you down. It could even be, black magic or messing with this. Again, not going to work. This type of powerful energy that you're about to embody, to me, you already have, and it's lightly being activated here and there. My head is itchy right now, so again, that could be activation. It could be telling you something about weekend read when I said something about this person coming in, or you think about this person and your head will itch or something like that. So this is definitely the energy, and some of it will definitely be Anthony, how much do I owe you for camping? Let me get water. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying too. Like, I was telling, certain friends, April is going to be a challenge. All of April, it is like being tested on Are you going to repeat the past or not? And that's for like a small handful. Then we have this whole other handful, right, where it's, it's not about the test. It's just right now, don't ask other people's opinions if you're especially sensitive. Just do what it is you feel like doing. Again, other people's opinions should not take place in your next steps. Unless it's like good advice. But again, the energy that's coming through energy is coming through. Hold on. Is like pushy people, like sharing their opinion. And we have been dealing with that, that particular energy. Don't ask for people's opinions right now, especially if it's, oh, you don't want my opinion or this and that. And you're like, oh, no, yeah, I do, and this and that. But you need to be careful because there comes a time where you're going to be laying in bed or you're going to be thinking about something, and that person's thought process or whatever the case may be can affect you depending on what stage you're in on this like spiritual path. I think you're just going to do it. There's somebody here that might want to control an outcome, but I don't. It doesn't look like they can. So, again, also be very protective of these energies too, because they're yours. I guess this is the energy you're working with. Before you were too high, and now you're too low because of all the cards I threw out here, which is kind of shocking to me because I don't typically throw this many cards out. But Spirit wants to make sure that you guys can see. So it is seeing this reading, seeing the cards. Sucks in the air, I don't care, I let the smell of it. Sticks and stones made waves, your bones got chains and ropes excite me. And I will say that when Rihanna comes out, she is a huge part of my motivational playlist. But I have to be in that energy to listen to that music, certain songs, empowering songs, or just playful songs, or where my thoughts take me with that particular song, how it empowered me through certain times. So I'm giving you examples. Again, it feels like history is repeating itself. And that's not going to stop until like mid-May. Your test would be somebody else's opinion, like that judgment's been coming out for weeks now. I almost pulled a major arcana out of this deck, and I didn't. I don't think there's one hiding down here. Maybe that's why I didn't. The Fool. We have the Fool out here too. To me, this isn't about being foolish. This is, it's teetering. It's a new stat, but like teetering it's like this other energy of the Ten of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is coming in this way towards the Fool, Two of Pentacles, trying to find your balance here with the Six of Pentacles, which is great. I love that overall energy, but again, it's like, it's still something iffy. So you could possibly hold them back. But I'm hearing like it won't be iffy if you make this decision yourself. You go and ask somebody else's opinion in the next in the next 5 weeks, I'm hearing you're actually dishonoring yourself. And this isn't getting advice or asking somebody's opinion on every little thing. When it comes to your spirituality, your belief, the things you've been through, knowing that some of them don't even have great outcomes, it still has built you to where you're at. And some of you're definitely in like the second pentacle, but you're not even going to reach your third pentacle for a while. Like, you're about to live life. And I've said that to you guys before too. There's different categories of people in different lifetimes. A lot of people's success, just as many as people who fail, it goes both ways. Just as many success goes both ways. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, again, just the past. Don't ask anyone's opinions next 5 weeks. I can't get it out of my head. I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sucks in the air, I don't care what the smell of it. You're bold, you are who you are, I stuck a sticker on something the other day that said, charge your vibrator, daily reminder. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. I love it. But somebody else would be like, huh? Like, I'm just bold with everything. And I think back and I'm like, I could be so much more bold with certain things. But in all reality, I'm just being real. I'm just being me. I'm not hiding who I am or what I do or how I go about things or the shit and the lessons that I've learned along the way. And I mean, the amount of times we've all cried on YouTube, the amount of times, I've helped thousands of people and not even realizing I was helping thousands of people. And then years later, realizing I was actually helping more of the galactic than I am the matrix. But I still have matrix work to do, in the sense of grabbing everyone's attention. And when you need to grab everyone's attention, you're going to go about it any fucking way you want. And you don't give a fuck. Because it's who you are. I hope people in here are not like, oh, you're not like a normal person, you're not this. Like, you don't want people like that around you. And I'm telling you, that's just the energy. It's not even them being like intentional. I mean, they could just be dumb with this. It could be intentional, not intentional. It doesn't matter. It's the energy. It's going to come at you regardless. Will you get apologies when it's said and done? Yeah. I can guarantee you for the next 6 weeks, my dad will be apologizing at least once a week with this fucking energy. That has a fucking hold on it the last couple weeks. And I'm like, whoo, I'm glad I'm not like in that heavy energy. It hits everybody, not just you. Or it hits everybody in a different way. Just because I have an easier time with transits doesn't mean, well, it does mean something. It means there's been spiritual growth, and we know not to sit and dwell. We know not to feel bad for others in that sense. We know to move forward. We know in order to succeed, there's only one way. And the other way would be lies and deceit and, believing in society and the government and all this other shit. But I'm going down. But that was weird. Like when I said but, didn't even feel like me. I don't even know how to interpret that. But alright, let's see what it wants to give me for a major arcana. But we've been dealing with judgment for at least 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm just hearing ostracized. So you got the Fool again. And the Moon again. Temperance. The other two are Temperance and number one. Magician. I can't even seriously even think right now. So we already have the Moon out with the Fool. So do be careful. I mean, some people might say you're fucking crazy. I'm looking at this face, and well, hold on. I'm actually not scared. I don't want to take these cards. This other deck in my lap just split at chaos. That's pretty. With the World. And then we have the Star. Wow. And there was Temperance and the Magician. That's a lot of major arcana in a particular order. But you also have the moon and the stars together. You have this new journey. I'm hearing galactic journey. Earthly realm journey. Yes, it's more galactically. It's like watching you pass. Like, here's a certificate. You already have it. What are you going to do with it? It's yours. It's divine. It's destiny. It's fate. It's visionary energy. This is also like your mental insight, clarity with the star. And the moon. Again, that can talk about the dreams I was talking about, possibly in the beginning of the read. And again, like, the Fool is this deck, unexpected, but the power behind it is freedom. So there is something unexpected, almost like how that tower came out, but it was more like shocking. But I do like how these particular cards represent, like, this is back in the day tarot depictions. So even with the moons, kind of getting like socialism. Again, the power of the Fool. The energy of the Fool is power in the world. I mean, it could be a project you're working on. Again, careful with people's opinions. To me, I do feel like it's destined with the stars, but which is fate opening. And the power behind the stars is protection. You have that protection. And it's also like the mental status is imaginary too when it comes to this deck. Yeah, it felt important to read them. Good morning. Like in their terms. I had a visit. Oh, Wednesday the 15th, April. Holy shit. I'm telling you, there's something with the number 15 here. I've been saying it since I started April. And then I've been trying to remember Amy's. I remember Amy saying if she's still on. I don't know if it was like the 8th or the 7th, 12th, 13th maybe. I don't know. And I'm just noticing my pendulum sitting on the King of Wands next to the moon. It is very galactic energy. I completely forgot this deck has that capability. And I want to say at some point, I remember saying to you guys, like, wow, this deck pulls me to like the galactic, and I had no idea when I started using it. This and the other deck was gifted to me by a client, a friend, and this is the other deck which I use too that we love. So this is the galactic reading. This is that spiritual reading that I've been saying I need to do. I'm still going to get into the wave energy and all of that. But I will say, like, when tarot first came out, this is the original, one of the original depictions, and this was, this one was written, I forget on, it was written for, I think it's French, but it's, I think this one is French or Italian. Anybody know? The moon tarot card. I'm almost positive it's French. It just represents, the moon represents intuition, illusion, deep emotional cycles, uncertainty. How do you spell the moon in French? The moon? Okay, so it's French. I don't know if that's relevant to anybody, because that just fucking came out of like nowhere. And I actually thought about these the other day. And last night, I think, as I was going to bed. Good morning. Hi. I love you. Anthony just hit me up and said, how much do I owe for camping? Let him know I'm on YouTube, and he doesn't owe me anything. Just make sure he brings his snacks and all that again that you guys always eat.
When I came out here last night, I grabbed water, but this light came on. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, that I have that on.
Oh, I didn't even go over there. I was right here, and this came on.
Yeah, Max doesn't trigger this one unless you sit at the end of my bed. But come a little closer so it gets you.
That was like right here.
Can you come any closer? Well, I bet you by turning that one on, turn that one on, like a little bit of light. A little bit of exposure, maybe, I don't know. But it's not a ghost, it's just...
Well, no, I was like, I don't know if you woke up, but it happened twice.
Twice?
It turned off, and then it turned back on. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I can lift my leg under the blanket to fix my pillow, and it turns on, which is fucking annoying because I feel bad for the fish.
Well, now it's not turning on right here. So is it off?
It's probably off or it's dead.
Okay, it's definitely off or dead.
You want to pull it down? I got to charge the other one too. That one probably died. Thank you. Oh, it's not dead. I just had it off.
Okay.
You want to put it on, what are the choices? Turn it around. I thought I had it on auto. Yeah, it is on auto. Alright, just put it back up there, I guess. Thank you. Alright.
Stick.
Come back to me.
Okay.
Yep, it's magnetic. Again, like history is repeating itself, but it's not repeating itself like that. It's repeating itself in the sense of in the sense, hold on, I gotta,
Talking to me?
yeah, I
Oh.
need to, I'm giving you the dates of the Sacco run, the river float. Okay, I'm just going to send this to you and Anthony right now. And again, make sure you tell him what I said about camping, and then if you guys want to keep that other weekend free, that's the adult one, but like Ari's going, like you guys can go, but it's probably like 30 or 40 of us all getting together, the original Sacco crew.
30 fucking people?
Probably more than that. Nick,
why?
Because Nick and Amy got three sites.
A lot of people.
Max is 10.
I feel like we don't even know that many people.
We grabbed 2. Max would be 20. So 50. There's about 50 people invited. Yeah. I didn't even. Yeah.
Do you even know half of these people?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
okay.
here's the thing. Like, this is all people like you would remember. Well, you wouldn't remember, but they would all remember you as like a child. That look at all you guys and be like, oh my god, you know.
Right.
Like. People we used to camp with. Marsh put it together. She did a great fucking job. You know.
That's just a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. But I will tell you, almost 30, at least 30 of them would know you.
I don't know 30 of them.
But they're like my age.
Right, yeah.
So it's like all different sides of friends. When you know friends for so long, you know their friends, and you know what I mean? So a lot of acquaintances, but good people.
Okay.
Love you.
Oh, yeah.
What I just stressed you out?
Well, no, I was thinking about the burgers.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Now you're stressing me out.
Okay. Hold on, guys. I gotta take out camera.
You told me to tell you again in the morning.
Gotta be upstairs.
Okay.
Worst comes to worst, I'll just pick it up, order it, and pick it up. I'll do it as soon as I'm done this. I love you more. Make sure you fill Anthony in. And again, like how I was just telling, Kaden. Like I was just telling Kaden. Did you say what?
Okay, never mind.
Oh, okay. Now I'm back to talking on YouTube. I was just telling Kaden about, the Sacco trip, and we do the river float. And we do an adult one every year. Because we'd still do it with the kids when they were younger all the time. It just wouldn't be on the adult trip. So again, it's like history repeating itself. I'm telling you, you guys have to be experiencing this. There's no way it's just me. But it's what we've already taken from it, learned from it, how we proceed with it. it's almost like I am getting like congratulations, you're going to be meeting up with everybody, having a good time. Like it's a beautiful thing. So it's like the shifts of energies. Like I just became friends with just got my last infusion, and I became friends with the nurse for going in, the last 8 weeks, 7 weeks, once a week, as she's putting the iron, infusing the iron in me, and we swapped numbers. She doesn't even know what I do for a living, this and that. Like, we were just talking, it was all about music and concerts. And we were talking about what was playing at Meadowbrook and then other ones in Newport, and just, it's like, first thing that came to me was, it feels like meeting like your soul tribe. Like, what the two of us are just very outgoing. Like, we would have a blast just going to a concert together, not even knowing each other, because we just mesh. It's fate, it's destinies, new people come along in your destinies, new energies. Maybe becoming new friends with people that were just acquaintances, or again, it's just nice to see everyone again, and it almost feels like a blessing versus anything else. And actually, Cancer season. It'll be Cancer season. No, it won't be. Huh. Let's do the cards. This energy got really quiet. We have Oath. It's almost like the way things are supposed to go but don't go, if that makes sense. Or the way they didn't go, or you expected something to go this way and it ended up being that way in regards to, my ex. I needed to clear that. Again, history. Again, we talked about Notre Dame. We're going way the fuck back. But now it goes the way it should have gone moving forward. Maybe there's no more delays. Maybe, and if there's delays, it'd be on your end, possibly. I was just reading the last comment. I'm hearing zone, zone, zone. Playful and understanding. We actually have 42, 43, 44, 49. I do know the meanings of these cards. This is the one. I read word for word. I try to do that with all oracles. Yeah, someone has something to say, something's blocked. It could be the throat chakra. When you choose this symbol, it means that no matter what you lose in life, sometimes better will replace it. One day, in the House of Night, there will be a young, beautiful vampire who has lost her mark but has gained great wisdom into the future. Even if a loss feels devastating at the moment, you still have so much to gain. If your question is about the future, choose this card. The magical vision that you will receive here gives you temporary power to see the future in a vast place full of positivity and potential. Your next card will provide insight to the conditions ahead of you, to know the future and to be prepared. Wait, that was vision. This is confidence. Oh dear Lord, I was reading the page number instead of that. So, but again, there's that visionary energy I was talking about. I was going to say it kind of suits the reading. But dear Lord. Dear Lord. Here we go, confidence. There are a few of the chosen ones who have the confidence and courage to live forever. There is one such immortal being that has kept an oracle safe in the castle of the Isle of the Sky to be given at the right time. The time is now. This is your time. The world needs you. Much is going to be asked of you to move through this life challenge and receive my gifts. Know that I have chosen you. And you are everything you need to make. You have everything you need to make the right decision. Walk with your head held high, and take the next step towards your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. Then we have understanding. This is a symbol of deep and true comprehension. Dear Lord. This is a symbol in deep for true comprehension. It is the one thing to read something or hear something about. It is another to truly understand something. You're being asked to keep an open mind and heart and allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that came only with time, patience, and perspective. Try to get it outside of yourself and imagine what it is like to walk in somebody else's shoes. To understand is to have the power. Just keep an open mind and an open heart here when you're receiving information. Be easy on yourself. 44, playful. My child, life is not always so serious. Choosing this symbol means it's time to lighten up and be playful. No matter what you're asking about this at this time, you have a sense of humor. Smile and go do something fun. Life has a way of answering all questions when you're not looking. Wouldn't it be better if you were just enjoying life rather than just sitting around waiting for something to happen? Key words right there, guys. Don't take yourself so seriously. It is time to lighten up and be playful. Know that when this symbol appears in your life, the fun is about to stop. That almost reminds me of that other pentacle that I was talking about. Oh, yeah, how some people succeed late, younger in life and then older in life. Women are actually more likely to succeed in their second pentacle in their 50s. Even it's like a 6-year period where women have this like ability I'm getting to like regenerate or something. What's it trying to tell me? Understanding. There's something, this in your eyes. Is that Prince? What? Anybody pick up on that song? If anybody can nail that one, I'd be so happy. There's something special, something, yeah, understanding. And yeah, there's something, no more something. Come on, someone's gotta know it. Someone's gotta know it. Anybody? There's something in your eyes. I want to say, it's Prince. I don't know what's throat chakra. There's something special in your eyes. Song. Bruce Springsteen or something. Lollapalooza. What? That's not the song. Or it's Phil Collins. Sing it again. It's almost like, now I'm like being put on the spot. It's something special in your eyes. Understanding. It's the way it's even said, like the punctuation, like understanding. Am I a music teacher? It's like has 4 notes. It's something special. And it's a guy. I don't know if it's Prince, Phil Collins. I'm hearing Tim McGraw, but I looked over here. Is that? Understanding. It's very uplifting. Oh, what the fuck? Something special in your eyes. I almost want to call Marsh because she's the one that's always good with that, but I don't even know if she could nail this particular song. There's something special in your life. I would probably have to sing it to my dad, to be honest with you. George Michael, there's something in your eyes, that's it. Good morning. I will call you when I'm off of YouTube. Okay, Courtney. Yeah, that's not. Thank you. Thank you. I knew you would nail it. George Michael, something in your eyes. So, what I'm actually going to do is play it, but I'm going to read the card one more time. And it could have to do with an oath you took. Is it father figure? Is it called father figure? Okay. Before we do that, it's this card is, it does speak of a lot of stuff. It's like I just read it for it, but it's understand. It's linked to this song. Maybe a song will probably help me, but at the same time, it does talk about the future or something, right? This is the symbol for deep and true comprehension. It is the one thing to read or hear something, but it's a whole another thing to understand something. You're being asked to keep an open mind and a heart, and to allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can come only with time, patience, perspective. Try to get outside yourself and imagine what it is to walk in somebody else's shoes. To understand is to have the power. Morning. That freedom. Oh, and it's called understanding. Here's the thing I'm getting too. Some of you guys, it's be like, oh, love, dramatic. Maybe somebody's coming back around. This, and you might be disappointed, but to me, it'd be a blessing. You know, there's a guy that could be thinking of you like that, but to me, these are your spirit guides. These are your ancestors. This is a moment in your life where you've experienced this type of depth, but you're about to like transcend. Like I'm telling you, like you're going somewhere. So this is your loved ones, and especially your guides, your ancestors. You know, I want to say like friends and this and that, but it's like we're not going there. I mean, it'd probably be like a given, but to me, see, I don't want this up for interpretation. This would be your guides. This is definitely your guides delivering the message from somebody, you know, higher Anarchy, white, higher, higher, I guess it's higher anarchy. Something like this is fated. Yeah, you were meant to come. What a beautiful message for all of us. I hope it's even me. Honest to God, like what a beautiful message that they're giving you this message this way. It blows my mind. It's powerful. Others of you, this is somebody probably coming back around. I won't dismiss that either. And just wants a redo, wants to get to know you a different way, wants, you know, something like that. But please take from this, because this was the section that was faded as well. And I was kind of talking about almost everything I was talking about leads to something where, like I said, it's powerful. It could be your voice, because we were talking, I was like, somebody has something to say, or a throat chakra. It's the way you take in frequency from a musical instrument or a noise, a pitch, a voice. It's something it's like flies on shit in a beautiful way. You can actually use your seduction too. I laugh and cry at the same time. I've never picked up on that. Oh, it's usually the other way. I'm laughing, like a hard laugh can put me into a cry. Or, will you do me a favor real quick?
What?
I'll come and get it. Will you just put this in the microwave for me for like a minute? And I'll come and get it. But my laugh can turn into a cry. This one's saying more of the opposite, right? Huh. I don't know. That's got to be a message for you. I mean, it came to me so quick. that one part. And then I was like, oh, I just picked up on that. Hold on. Okay, that's different. They said they cared, but they laughed while you cried. Damn, see? I was supposed to pick up on that. That's like a whole conversation. So remember the ones who've lied. Yep. So you've definitely been in certain situations. Sorry, I spilled my water. Again, how many times was that today? 3 times, I think. That talks about like the haters or, you know, people who want to ostracize you. Just remember who you are. Don't ask for people's opinions, guys, with certain stuff for the next 5 weeks. I'm doing you a favor, promise. And I still gotta get to that card. Could have took an oath, just something you agreed on in this lifetime. But again, like, time to have fun and play. It's great. I just want to hear them say understanding one more time. I'm going to miss it. It's the end. But I want to say it's the 4 different like music notes. Okay. Let's just read oath. I almost just clarified oath. Wasn't I meant to clarify one of them or what came out next? To understand is to have the power. Walk right ahead, held high. Take the next step towards your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. Every step I take will be together. Casting by night, tossing time. Lighten up. Another symbol appears in your life. The fun is about to start. So it had to have been one of these. I have chosen you, and that you have everything you need to make the right decision. Walk with your head held high. Take the next step towards your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. One of these said something. Being asked, keep an open mind, heart, allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open with wisdom time, patient perspective, try the outside and imagine walk in somebody else's, understand someone's shoes to understand its having the power. Like, this is what I say to you guys, like, all the time when at the end of a reading. Not all the time, but, you know, just worry about yourself. Do you in the meantime. Like, don't think, sit, dwell on other energies. Like, put your focus where it should be you and only you, and the right people will. The wrong people flies on shit too, but the right people, flies on shit too. No matter what you're being asked, no matter what it is you're asking about at this time, have a sense of humor, smile, and go do something fun. Life has a way of answering all questions when you are not looking. Wouldn't it be better if you're just enjoying life rather than sitting around waiting for it to happen? Don't take yourself so seriously. It's time to lighten up and be playful. Know when the symbol appears in your life. The fun is about to start. I could have sworn I read something that said clarify. Let me get to oath. To the end of time. Second to last one. All right. My lovely child. My lovely child, you have you have chosen the symbol of oath. This is a symbol for all of promises as a reminder to keep the ones you have made. An oath is never taken lightly nor in jest. Promises are meant to be honored. When you choose this symbol, perhaps it's time you look at how you've made certain promises. You have crossed your fingers behind your back, relinquishing the magic that binds you to your oath. Has anyone broken his or her oath or a promise towards you? Let that person go. Don't hold on to somebody that refuses to be honorable. You don't want this person in your life. For now, the most important promise you can make is to yourself. Promise to be kind, loving, honorable, and good. Do no harm. To belong to me, you must keep that promise. Wow, Spirit is shutting some of you the fuck down. I need water. My mouth is so dry. Because I said to you, like, there might be somebody in your life, this and that, right? But at some point, I was like, I straight up said to you, this has to do with this. And like I said, like an oath you took in your lifetime, and that song was your guides. Absolutely beautiful. But I know it's like I said before too, you might not like the messages I have to deliver or certain stuff, but like there's another blow in the sense of not your person, not the time. Like you don't have time to sit around, play games, get frustrated. Okay, so again, an oath is never made lightly or in jest. Promises are meant to be honored. When you choose this symbol, perhaps it's time for you to look at your own promises. Have you crossed your fingers behind your back, relinquishing the magic that binds you to your own oath? Has anyone, his or her, promise to you, broken that promise to you? Let that person go. Don't hold on if someone refuses to be honorable. You don't want this person in your life. For now, the most important promise you can make to yourself is promise to be kind, loving, and honorable and good. Do no harm. To belong to me, you must keep that promise. So you had to have made a promise or made sacrifices. There's something in your life, like you could even say, all right, I promise, Spirit, I'm not going to let you down. Or others, you can have the conversation and you can make a deal with the devil at the same time. And the devil will show results. The devil does like to play, but you'll always still have to find your way out of that devil. Like I said, at the end of the day, when I say that, guys, at the end of the day, like, I mean it. I read a lot of karmic energy. We heal karma. We transcend from it. We look at karma differently. Like before, I mean, it's not even before. Even now, looking at karma and how it hits and how certain things play out, and it is what it is. There's something in your eyes. Understand me. So Spirit's basically saying, like, you have the confidence here. You're going to have so much fun. You don't need things that aren't, or this or that. I remember I've told you things with, someone had said to me, I don't even think I told you, but right then I was like, well, you kind of just fucked this all up. I had mentioned something with, I think the way he asked something or felt about something, and I was explaining like spell work because it was something he asked me, and thinking like this person would never do this or they would never do that. It was, that type of scenario. It was just a random it was a friend, random conversation about that one's friend or buddy, and he's like, well, I know you're into this stuff and yada yada. But I'm hearing get to the point, he had said stop with that spiritual shit, because at some point I must have got into like a whole nother conversation. He's like, stop with that spiritual shit, and I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, you're gone, bye. And it was that simple. I wouldn't let, and I don't want to look at it as I wouldn't let my faith get in the way of something. This is the way I choose to live my life, how I see it, my beliefs, how I understand the power behind words. Like, I just don't have time for that shit. Or remember when somebody said to me, like, oh my God, you do that for real? He thought I was conning people. I was horrified that he thought I was conning people and that I actually do it for a living. He just assumed it was a side job that I was really good at, conning people. Because like, how do you do it? And I was in shock. Not as much shock as I was. That one was more shocking than this one. Like, oh, stop with the spiritual shit. Like, that's all it takes. I'm sorry. I feel like I don't even need to explain any further. So I think that's a message for you right there too. To me, it's simple. The right person will do you right. It will go right. I know there's always those ups and downs, but there is people out there that really do just want that love, attention, affection, the support when it comes to mentally, spiritually, physically, things being reciprocated in the household. If chores, you got time to do it. It's not like, oh, that's his chore or her chore, like, we were supposed to make the bed, or, supposed to mow the lawn. Like, go fucking mow the lawn. Like, why does it have to be like a guy thing? So this just turned into something like that. And I'm like that too. Like, I don't need someone to mow my lawn. I can fucking mow my own lawn. I actually find it relaxing. I've done it plenty. And it has like a rewarding feeling at the end too. Like, you take pride in it. That's why I love spring cleaning. I've been doing that off and on for the last week. And I did manage to get outside. And Kaden helped me with some stuff. And I can't wait to go out and keep going, it's just that feeling in your eyes. It's like they keep singing the song to you. that looks like a cherry blossom tree, which is like one of my favorites. Fish just jumped out of water. Who made that move? Huh? Which one of you made that move? I can't tell you how happy I am when I cleaned the filter. And I told you it was kind of going to be like that, and I was excited for them. So it's just like you're who you are every day. Again, don't sit around and wait for something to happen. And I keep saying this to you guys, you have to mentally, physically, emotionally be able to differentiate what's important, what should be worked on. Like even write a schedule, or this week, right? Try to get outside, try to take a walk, try to take a bike ride, this and that. I'm not just like referring to myself. I'm still always out and about and doctor's appointments and this. It's just, I'm just excited about this energy. But it's like rejuvenating. Something every 6 years. Didn't I say something like that earlier too? It's just you're one with Mother Earth. It's who you are. It brings peace. Like I don't look at yard work as a chore. I don't look at a garden as a chore. All of these take a lot of work. So I will tell you my fish, it's a chore, but I don't look at it as a chore. Well, I'm starting to think it's a fucking chore, but I fucking love them. And it is what it is. And then I was explaining to you like this summer and last summer, it was like it was hard to garden. I don't know if I'm going to be able to garden. Things like that. So instead of looking at it like, oh, I'm bummed I can't do that, maybe I just do like a smaller one or so. I mean, I'm going to do a few things for sure. And then my herbs. But it's like having fun in a different way. Understanding in your eyes. What does it say? There's something magical in your eyes. There's something beautiful in your eyes. So prioritize things when it comes to this. Like you're safe right now, your loved ones are safe. Confidence is your key to success. I didn't even pick up on that until right now. Don't worry about new moon in Leo. This is the energy that comes out. So your message there is confidence is your key to success. There is that confidence. You got that. Your guides literally sang you a song. Don't worry about that one or whatever that is. But yes, just as important as your oath that you gave when you chose to come here. And I'm going to read confidence one more time. There are few of my chosen ones who have the confidence and courage to live forever. There is one such immortal being who has kept this oracle safe in the castle of the Isle of the Sky to be given to you at the right time. The time is now. This is your time. The world needs you. Much is going to be asked from you as you move forward through these life's challenges and receive my gifts. Know that I have chosen you, that you have everything you need to make the right decision. Walk with your head held high and take the next step towards your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. And I feel like I heard the power behind that. Like all of these messages and the way I read for you today, it just outstanding. I mean, it really, truly is. What a beautiful, beautiful read. Definitely faded. Yeah, you totally. Chariot, again, is almost like congratulations. You have the World, you have the Fool. I mean, this travel, astral travel, any type of travel, getting down on your knees, hands and knees. Didn't seem like that come out the other day, but that's like, I feel like building a castle in the sand or gardening, you'd be down on your hands and knees. It's just the way it's being said. I don't know. So be careful, because somebody here kind of wants to have a little bit of control over a certain situation, especially if it's emotional. I don't see like you have to like really worry. This is more about your personal growth, the activations that are happening. It's still going to be really hard because confidence is key to success. Me, where I kept saying throat chakra, could be me, is I have that confidence, but of the power, the inner knowing behind me. But like in the Matrix, starting something new is always intimidating and scary. So this is why it almost feels like you have to empower yourself, slowly but surely, or it's one of those things that's like, oh, I got this, and you really start working with it. Can't sit around and not partake. And this is something that probably should just flow a little better for you. It feels like it's like not that average, how I was referring to retrogrades, and not your average. Everyone is always, you can look at Mercury in two different ways. To me, it's always been extremely beneficial, and it comes around to remind me of things I should have been worked on, coulda, shoulda, woulda, that I didn't follow through with. It's like sitting on success, So there's lots of different ways to interpret confidence as well. And again, I think you're going to have other energies trying to take you down here on this plane, and in regards to galactic energies. And for, some of you just really needed to know that you and your loved ones are safe. So I don't know if there's this unsafe energy that might, come over you. Like, it could be the darker side trying to convince you don't feel safe. When I tell you hold power in different realms, please believe that. Like, people who are on my channel, like, you need to believe it. It's not just me. It's not just my outlook. And yeah, I know I'm good at, being a guru for a few things. Like, I get it. But this reading is like my heart and soul, honestly, just being real at the end of the day. Like, this is how it is. But then you deal with outside shit, Matrix, shit like that. All that energy comes towards you. I can't stress enough. Keep your opinions to yourself. If you have to ask somebody's opinion, make sure it's, good intention with something else. Like, it could even be like work, guys. Not everybody has, just because someone's been around longer and has good experience doesn't mean it was played out properly even for them in this lifetime, right? So why would, so this person, managed to do this XYZ. It doesn't matter. You're not going to have the same exact path. Their advice might be the wrong advice, guys. Or they say that one thing that throws you off, as being like being ostracized. Like how I explained with the dad situation. It's like, I feel like this reading should be feeling like XYZ, or, non-intentionally or intentionally throwing things at you like that, because this is how people are going to see you, or XYZ. Like, that's okay. That's where all that judgment energy has come into play in the last 3 weeks of coming out on the board. I mean, this is major life change. It's a number 4, it's a number 6. Transformation day. Polarity, reversal, yin, yang, counterbalance, enlightenment, change, magical workings, reversing energy, balancing forces, bringing about change, self-transformation. Key phrases: as different as day as night, drawing a new day, the caterpillar becomes the butterfly, opposing sides in balance, self-transformation, growth, changing one's viewpoint, switching sides, major life change. You got to be able and capable of making your own decision and what feels right. That's what's important at the end of the day. That's how you know you made the right decisions. That's how you know you don't have doubt. And then you have defense and enlightenment again. Protection, divination, spiritual wisdom, magical workings, protection, self-defense, seeking ancient wisdom, vision questing, developing inner strength, keywords, the wisdom of the ancients, physical death and spiritual rebirth, transcending the physical plane, enlightened creativity, connection to past lives, communication with ancestors, spiritual strengths. Like, you can teach a lot of people. It's like, you can't teach a dog a new tricks. Like, but it's like, I don't know if somebody's looking at, like, you like this, but you don't have tricks. Oh, see, the magician. Like, you have your own bag of tricks, but it's not deceiving. It's beautiful. It's clarity. It's seeing how you want to see something and seeing both sides to a situation, that type of stuff. Like, you have the spiritual strength, like the power behind something. Like, it's in your heart and soul, and that's what allows you to succeed, is you being you and preaching what you're teaching, whatever the case may be, or, always, the wisdom from higher people. If somebody's going to say something in particular, they're worried about other people judging certain situations. Fuck that shit. I want to be doing this at the end of the night. I'm sure as fuck gonna go after it, and I'm sure as fuck is gonna be doing it at the end of the fucking night if that's what I want. Doesn't mean it goes my way, but I am assertive. Right? So it's like, you have all these different capabilities and features and things about you that just give you this capability to, I mean, you just are who you are. You never connected to, like, the Matrix. I swear, growing up, and I've said this to you guys too, it's just that your intuition, it's going to land you and make you happy. And understanding. Helps you stand in your masculine power. The golden solar dragon helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. And it's almost everything we've been talking about. Be that person. For me, it's not hard to be that person. And I'm not trying to be an asshole or cocky or this and that. Like, even me growing up, it was like in one ear out the other. Like, never once did I think life had to go in a particular order. I was just living life. And that was a blessing for me, because now I can do what it is I do now and move forward the way I do, because I didn't get stuck in certain situations like that. It was just, okay, very, someone got aggravated. Okay, it's okay. What do you want me to do? I always knew it wasn't me. But it was projected as if it was me as a child, Here we go with the throat activation again. But just being, there's got to be something wrong, or this and that, or with ADHD, or, school, the way I learned. I could get the right answer, guys, but it was still marked wrong because I wasn't solving the problem the way they were teaching me how to solve the problem. They wanted my brain to work a different way. And boy, did they try. And I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I'm just saying, I remember things like that. So ideally, this would be me in an ideal world. I don't know. It's just, I'm hearing foundation, but I'm not getting foundation. I don't know. I hope all this makes sense. You have power, strength, wisdom. This is something that could come easy for you. My mouth is so dry right now. I have no water. Didn't even fully drink my coffee. No, doesn't really feel like throat chakra open up to this yet. I didn't have a bad upbringing, guys. I had a great childhood. Camping, being on the water all the time, canoes, at the beach. We'd be in the back of the Blazer sleeping while my dad would be night fishing. We would go into the truck, when those fucking biting flies come out. Camping, our only rule was no swimming. And don't wipe your ass with leaves. And don't be out of a hearing range, maybe? I don't know, that just came to me. A hearing range. My dad had a strong whistle. We heard the whistle, we knew it was time to come back to certain stuff like that too. Let's go. It's like calling in the herd. And camping, we just had a blast. That's why I love it so much. And my kids grew up the same exact way. They camp without me now. And it just, to me, it was, I don't know, my focus was never really, I have to do this, I have to go to college, I have to do that. I knew I was going to be a mother. I knew I wanted a lot of children. As I got older, did I realize, okay, I'm going to have a career, this and that. But as a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist or marine, I'm hearing audiologist. Audiologist? That's hearing. Yeah, see, there's something with the frequencies. A pitch, a frequency. Your ears could be ringing. You are clearing fifth dimensional Lee lines, which means, again, this wave, you're going into 6 higher dimensions. A lot of people are privileged just to even be in the fifth dimension, going higher and living on this plane again, just faded too. Energy like that's, faded. Just saw 1717. I almost don't want to end this reading. It's so beautiful and powerful. I think, especially with me, I have to find a certain way. My voice, when I start something new, like my accent is higher because I'm nervous when I start something new. Or when I was reading off, Dala's method that I'm going to be getting back to real soon. I took the video. I was very nervous. You could hear it in my voice. But that's, that's not going to change. Try to maybe test yourself, or maybe that's like a message for me, like test yourself. Like at my cousin's funeral, I got up and spoke. And I was so nervous, but I remember sitting at other funerals and saying, man, I really wish I got up and spoke, just like a majority of the people there, because everybody there has a story. But I was so nervous I could barely speak. So it was, needless to say, brief. But I'm, what I should have done is said, hey guys, I'm nervous. I've been in this position before, and people say, you want to speak. And then there was times I kind of wish that I did, not that it's a regret, but I kind of wish that I did, because we all do have a story. And I should have said, I should have looked at all those fucking 11 frat boys that came to, his wake and funeral as well. Like, there's no way each of you motherfuckers don't have a story about him, and I just want to give people an opportunity. Like, this is what I'm doing, and I left out the most, well, I wouldn't say the most important part of it, but I get nervous, and that's how nervous I was, that I even forgot certain things that I would have liked to have said. And again, it could have just been the energy, me being a wreck. It was a traumatic death. It's just, but I do know from my voice and how it gets. And I have to find a way to break through that. I can see myself being on stand or in the public eye, or, debating all sorts of stuff. But it's like getting there is such a process, but it shouldn't be. It's almost like you can see it, you have the capability of doing it. So what's holding you back? So again, you can volunteer at like a hospital or this and that, or, maybe read books